teachers seem to be very highly qualified and
yes, I think also that it's really sincere and fair from the school that they are going to give refunds
and
for
the cost of
anyone
the
that
course
will
books
be
are
dissatisfied.
included.
Yes,
that would be nice.
Yes.
So I think King's Hill is a winner here, as I see it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I agree with you.
All right.
I think King's Hill is the school.
Okay.
So you've decided.
Yes.
And your decision is?
It's King's Hill.
King's Hill. All right. Now for the next stage, you need to formally present to the school principal the option you chose and 4 main reasons for choosing that option.
4.
2 for you and 2 for you.
Okay.
From King's Hill.
Right.
Okay.
Using the information you've been given, you will each need to present 2 reasons, okay? And explain why those reasons are important. Your goal is to convince the school principal that the option you chose is the best. After your presentation, the school principal will ask you some questions about your decision. You can take 2 to 3 minutes to collaborate and plan which reasons you each will present. So who has got King's
Hill? I have it.
So let me take this out of the way for you because you don't need it anymore. You can put this in the middle now and share the information. Are there any questions?
No.
You must use English during the planning stage.
Okay. So we have to choose 4 main reasons. Okay.
So 2 for you, 2 for me.
The first one probably is the highly qualified teacher in small classes, and the second one, I think, it's
these 2 are
important
and
also.
Multimedia library and the course book.
Yeah.
I mean, either these 2 or
these 2.
Okay. So because this has to do
we have to combine.
Yeah, because this has to do with money. Both of them have to do with money. So this
maybe we're going to choose this, the library and the course book.
Academic oriented feature. So
and this is here to do with the teaching itself, so the classes
again.
Yes. So let's pick these 4.
Okay.
It's maybe in which you're going to present.
Oh, okay. I want to choose. Well, probably I'll take one of these.
Okay.
One of and you. So, okay. Okay. For instance, I'll take this one. Classes.
Okay. And the English
and
course book and multimedia and course book.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So okay. You want
whatever? I don't have a problem.
Okay. So okay, I'll take the course book and the small classes. Right? Is that okay?
English teachers and multimedia library.
Okay. So course book for me and small classes.
Okay. Let me write it down so I still have it in front of me. Multimedia. Okay.
All right. I'd like to introduce the school principal.
Hello.
How do you do?
Hello.
I understand that you've reached a decision and are prepared to give me a recommendation.
We have, yes.
Who would like to begin?
Okay. We have looked through all the benefits or the features of each of the schools presented, and personally, we have decided on King's Hill. There are 2 reasons that are stronger and most important for me. One would be that the number of students is only limited to 8 per class, this is very essential and would be very beneficial for the group of students that we will send there. In terms of their opportunity to speak and their opportunity to present their ideas in more cases than one. If let's say the class would consist of double the students, that would be a problem and would not the students would not gain as much. So definitely this is a very strong reason. And another one would be the opportunity of the parents, as the parents are the ones who cover the expenses, to have the course book offered within the fees. So this is not an extra expense for them to pay, as the course fees are expensive anyway. So this is again a plus for this school, for King's Hill.
I see.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, the other two reasons that made us to decide to choose the King's Hill. The first one is that the teachers there are really highly qualified, and this is really important because they will have really strong background, academic background, and this is important because they are going to pass their knowledge to the students there. And we suppose that they're going to be very structured and very well organized. And also I think that the highly qualified teachers mean that they have also experience on teaching, not only the academic background to teach English. And this is really essential for the students to go there and to understand very well the language. The second reason is the multimedia library that the school has. This is, as a matter of fact, this shows that it is very well organized as a school, because multimedia is something that's very related to the state-of-the-art technology, and it means that maybe every student will have its own computer so as to make a research or to make his own assignment, and and everyone would be able to have access to electronic resources that maybe in some other schools it's not possible. So I think also this is very important and essential in choosing the King's Hill.
Okay, well, you've presented some very interesting reasons for your selection. I have a few thoughts though. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask a few questions. And I'll start with you because you just spoke and your ideas are fresh in my mind.
Okay.
You mentioned, or you placed an emphasis on the multimedia library, multimedia facilities. I'm just concerned that the students will be so interested in the multimedia library that they won't be going outside to interact with native speakers.
No, I didn't thought something about that. We didn't think something related to that, because in case you need to have access to resources that it's not possible to have them in a book, it's very beneficial to know that you have that option. We don't think that students should go to the library and stay there for the whole day. They are in a summer school, so they have to go outside and socialize with other cultures and other students from other cultures. But in case they want to make a research, they have that option. They have the resources and they are there to their school to go and check everything.
Okay.
This is my thought. My thinking, this is what I have thought.
And if you were with the students on that program, what would you do to ensure that they're not spending an excessive amount of time in the library?
Yes, this is something that unfortunately we cannot do that because in many instances many students or people, they are spending a lot of much in front of a computer, but I think that they would probably would not do that because they're going to be in a foreign country, in a totally different place, so they wouldn't like to spend their time in the library, I think. But they're going to be sure that they have the option and the library is there to use it.
Okay, thank you. And I believe, tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe you mentioned that one of the strong points was that the classes were very small and the students would have opportunities, lots of opportunities to speak. I guess what my concern there would be is that the classes would be primarily maybe Greek students and the students wouldn't have a lot of chance to study with a variety of international students and get to speak English in the class more often.
I'm sure that this is something that the teacher can help refrain the students from doing. It will, if they are, as it says here, they're highly qualified and very experienced, then I'm sure even if all 8 students are Greek, which I don't think will be the case, they will try to make them, at least during the time that they will be in the class, speak only in English. And my other thought of it being a very strong point is that they can be in small groups of, let's say, 2 people if they're not, the maximum number is 8, so they can be small groups of either 2 or 3 people, and they can work together and they can speak among themselves, and this would be very nice in conveying the ideas of one to another.
Okay, I think I'm almost convinced about the school you've chosen, but just one more question. You've presented a lot of positive aspects of this particular school. Is there anything else that I should know?
Yes, there is a negative thing about that school.
The
it
only
has to
one.
do with the
Expensive
fees of the program.
Yes,
But
that would
we
be
think that
the only
it's
drawback,
the only drawback, and that we think that it offers a lot of things, so it's not a really negative thing finally.
And it's
you pay for what you are getting.
If we present it appropriately to the parents, and if we present all the benefits, which are the majority, I think they would agree to it, even if the course fees are a little expensive, because their children would have so much to gain from all the features that the King's Hill offers.
All right, well, thank you very much. Your reasons will be taken into consideration before a final decision is made. And that's the end of the test. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
I need to take your papers.
Okay.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.